We've recently focused on the topic of e-commerce education. We did this for various reasons. Obviously, the pandemic has led to many bricks and mortar type of businesses being forced to move online, either in part or fully. Or, many people are just starting online businesses because they need to find a job and create their own thing and generate an income. So the topic of e-commerce is important, and we need to ask ourselves, well, are we, developing or supporting these e-commerce entrepreneurs with the knowledge and skills to build a successful online business? And it turns out that the e-commerce space has changed a lot over the years, especially the last 2 years. There's a couple of aspects that have fundamentally changed. The first is that in order to get noticed, you need to be on the big platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Google, Amazon. And the nature of those platforms is that it's tough to get noticed through organic means. It means that you need to pay to play, is the word that the industry uses a lot. But it means that you need to advertise in order to get noticed there. And if you're a startup, money is a bit of a challenge. So you do not have big budgets, and so you need to extract as much value from that as you can. So entrepreneurs are investing in those digital sales skills as a priority. And obviously all entrepreneurs are looking at that, but for e-commerce entrepreneurs more so than others. There's other couple of dynamics that have changed as well. You don't need to be a coder in order to run an e-commerce business. If you think about it, less than a decade ago, you needed to have some kind of coding experience, but there are so many platforms and tools and services available now that allows you to easily set up an e-commerce shop. And that's great, but you also need to figure out how to partner up with those various service providers. Organizations like PayFast has made online transactions a lot smoother, and the support services around that is excellent. A company like Squarespace, for example, are very responsive in the way that they support people starting their own online stores. Nilo is a hosting provider. They've made it quite an effortless experience to get a domain and set up your website and the hosting needs around that. So as an e-commerce entrepreneur, you need to be able to identify who the right partners are and actively build relationships with those partnerships. So the ability to partner and network has become quite critical. And then one more thing that I can add is that, and it almost goes against the first thing that I said about, or the previous thing that I said about partnerships, is although these platforms are there, it also means that entrepreneurs are all using the same platforms for the most part. So take a design tool like Canva, for example, to help build collateral. This has made designing collateral exponentially easier than it's been in the past. But it's also led to a lack of creativity. There's a homogeneity that's being introduced into the realm. So a lot of the e-commerce stores are starting to look the same, for a lack of a better word. And so e-commerce entrepreneurs are investing in their creative skills to create a creative brand, a value proposition that is different than the others. And we're seeing that as a response to it becoming a bit harder to start attracting new clients. And that's both exciting, but it is very much a challenge for these e-commerce entrepreneurs.